Hi darlings and lobsters! Welcome to my channel Me and Places. And it's me and books again. Actually one specific book, a long-awaited one. Stephen King's Institute. Oh, it's damn heavy. Now this is like 600 pages and I would say it's a lot, but Oh, really? I should stop hitting myself with this thing. This book is like 600 pages and I would say it's a lot, but again, it's Stephen King, so that's like nothing. But what I'm saying is, it's so exciting, you want it to continue. And you're really sad when it's ending. Well, at least I was. Maybe you wouldn't be, I don't know. It was not a surprise for myself that from the bunch of books I ordered and I made a book haul video on that, my first pick was this baby. I so waited to read it and it was awesome. Starting from how it looks, I just love the cover, how it feels in the hand. As you can see, some bronze shining here, which kind of reminds me of The Shining. Some of the things in that book also reminds me of The Shining. Anyway, this book is called Inside Out. Let's talk about Inside now. First, I want to tell you things I liked about the book and things I disliked about the book. Or maybe not that much dislike, but things I wish to be better. And then I will tell you what it is about. And first I'll tell you this, so there won't be any more spoilers than in a official description. After that I will tell you more, and that will have some spoilers, but I will warn you before that so you'll have time to switch the video. Or go for a coffee, or a yoga pants party, summon demons, or whatever you like doing. First and best things to say about the book, it's the most exciting book I have ever read. This is a book that just grabs your attention. The storyline is so involving. It just will grab all of you and not let you go until the final page. I can tell you, reading this book, I was so sorry. I'm a human being with all the primitive needs of eating, sleeping, using bathroom, yeah, and going to work also. I wish I didn't have to do any of that so that I could just read the whole book on one breath. It's that captivating. So this is a huge plus and the storyline like that really works for me, so a good one. Now, second thing that I liked, and this might be something that not everyone would like. This book has, how can you say it, like a social political impact? It has few statements, let's say it like that. And I know many people don't like it in art, but I always did like it. I never expected this from Stephen King, so for me it was like a good surprise. Although I do understand why some other people don't. Either way, it's a very important book, and this is a very good time for this kind of book to be written. If you read it and you know what I mean and you know why I'm saying that, just put a like and I will know I'm not the only one. Third thing that I liked is that the main characters are children, and I just think Stephen King does always a great job on that. Let's be honest, he's mastering it. So it was nice to just be in that story again where the main characters are kids. One more thing that I liked is that it's quite realistic. And I know it sounds kind of stupid because we are actually talking about a science fiction book about kids who have these superpowers. What is realistic about that? Actually, working with special kids, I could argue with things I just said. Let's not talk about that. What I wanted to say is that the outcome, like the end of the book, it's not as simple as just good guys winning or bad guys winning. It's much more complicated than that. I believe if you imagine that an evil organization working on such a big, large scale exists, and there is this small bunch of people trying to fight that, the outcome will be complicated. It will not be simple. And that is a realistic touch to the storyline, and I really love that. Now about things I wish would be a bit different, and there is not much of them, just two. First one is, there is this main character, Luke Ellis. Throughout the whole book we are told that he's so smart, super smart boy. So you are expecting this to work as advantage for him and his friends and to be a big and important tool in fighting evil. Well, it doesn't happen much. It's more like hearing all the time about how smart he is, but not seeing as much in action, and I wish there was some of that. Second thing is that this is not a scary book in its original Stephen King way of being scary. This is scary in an exciting way. You're waiting what's gonna happen next, and you understand that if the worst thing happens, there will be a punishment, good guys will die, and just they will capture them. Every page is like that. So it's scary in that way, but not in a horror kind of way. This is not a horror book, I would say. I know Stephen King didn't pronounce himself as a horror writer. It's the audience that did that, but I am that audience and I love him for those scary books. So if there was few maybe scarier moments in this book, it would be a bit better for me. Even though the fact that it's not an original horror book, it's open for more readers, I guess, and that's a good thing, of course. There is nothing else that I didn't like about the book. Everything else was perfect. Okay, darlings, now about the storyline. So first, the general description of a storyline is that there is this super smart boy, Luke Ellis. In one night, weird people come to his house, kill his parents, capture him, and he wakes up in a place that resembles his room, but actually it's not. And there is many rooms like that in that building, and they are all filled with kids who have some special abilities. Later we find out that this is the Institute, a place where a very evil kind of examination is made on kids with super abilities. Most of kids have telekinesis or telepathy, or both. They put kids through evil tests, try to make their abilities more powerful, and after some period of time, the kids are sent to another building, and nobody knows what's happening there because they just go there, but they don't come back. So that's the main storyline. Now, next things I will say will be spoilers, so if you don't want them, thanks for watching. This was my major thoughts on the book, and I recommend it for people who like exciting books and who really needs a catchy storyline, and those who really miss not a boring book. Now, the spoilers. Luke runs away. While he does that, which is already a super exciting part of the book, we find out that the guys in Institute know that he ran away. Luke goes into a train, and the Institute's people, we can call them spies, they are waiting him almost on every station where he goes. Him being in that train is probably like one of the most exciting parts of the book, even though it doesn't get much easier from that. What I like about the book, it's so exciting that when you read it, you are waiting for some kind of, ease in the storyline so that you could breathe free and go do something else. But it's not coming. The book takes you from many different places and people at the same time, so like every second chapter is about somebody else. And there are very exciting things happening in all of these places with all of these people, so you will be really thrown to one extreme situation to another, and this is really a captivating journey. Another spoiler and a very interesting turn in the book's storyline is that the other kids who are left in the Institute are taken to this another building that we didn't know much about. There, the Institute's people are using kids' abilities that they were training in the previous building for killing terrorists and bad people who they know are planning something bad. Of course, they believe they're doing a very good thing, like they're using their superpowers to, clear the world from terrorists and some really bad happenings. But the kids, after a few times, they just become crazy and they don't exist in same reality anymore. So they just use kids and in the end they just die. But those superpower kids actually understand that if they have enough power to kill terrorists who are on the other part of the world, then they can also use that power to set themselves free. and that's what they are trying to do. And let me tell you, they are brave, and you will be so feeling for them. There is one thing that many reviewers wrote and told that is left unclear, and it's the fact that the institute used those kids and they believed they are doing a right thing, like saving the world with these kind of methods. And those kids that are left alive in the end, they are haunted by these conscience thoughts about if it was right to escape and destroy the institute. Yeah, they did it. Or maybe it was a bad decision, because now after they did it, there will be more terrorists and maybe the world will just vanish. I have problem with this kind of statement. If there is any person thinking that what that institute did is a philosophical questions and there can be many answers on that, what the hell is wrong with you? And there is one really cool phrase which Luke Ellis says, and I believe this is that kind of moment when he uses his intelligence to settle things up. It's in the end of the book, and there is a guy from Institute visiting the survivors, and he tries to make them feel bad for what they did and manipulate with their sense of guilt, saying that, yeah, now the world is screwed because of you guys. And what Luke says is really cool. I won't say that, you can read it, but it's a really cool thought. For me, it settles things down, and for me, it doesn't leave the question open either that was a good thing to do or a bad thing to do. For me, it's pretty clear it was bad. Anyway, in general, this is all I had to say about the book. It's a very interesting, exciting journey that makes you feel a lot and also think a little bit. Anyway, I'm already waiting for next Stephen King books to be read by me, and thank you so much for watching. If you read this book, tell me what did you think about it, and stay curious. Bye!